baby.
Hello.
How are you?
I am well. I am very well. Thank you. How are you?
I am. I got a lot of things done today, so I feel like I checked a lot of things off my list. I feel good.
Same here actually. Same
Good.
here. Hold on. Before we go anywhere else, if y'all did not know, our favorite Sagittarius co-host has turned another year, has graced us with another year, has glowed up to her next stage of life. So let's give her a round of applause. Let's show her some love. Let's show her some love.
That's right. That's right. Welcome back. Yes, thank you. Am I married? Who I love, I don't discuss. But thank you for your question, comments, and concerns. All right, so let's go ahead and get it started.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. There it is. If it's your first time here, welcome. If not, welcome back. I'm engaged in intuitive alchemist and energy reader, and I'm just here to help y'all feel. And we're healing with humor because laughter is always the best medicine. Talk to these people, B.
Yes, my name is B. I am also known as Magoon. And as Ashley stated, we are here to help you all heal, whether that's through laughter, through holding the hands, popping the hands, making you dance, get jiggy with it. Na 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 na. Na 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 na, getting jiggy with it. Okay? We're trying to help you heal. And I say try because half of the effort is also yours. Half of the effort is also yours. So, what we give you is divinely given to us. You may see me operate in a multitude of ways, in cards, in just speaking, downloads, what have you. If you've been a part of the show before, you have seen many of this. If you are new to the show, you will. And so, we definitely welcome you.
Yes. Thank you, B, for that warm and welcoming introduction.
Yes.
And as B said, we just want to make sure that you guys know that everybody is welcome to the judgment-free zone, and we are here to help you heal, to give you the tools that you need to heal yourself. We are
Mm-hmm.
healers, yes, but we're not here to heal you. We're here to help you heal. Capiche? Capiche.
Capiche.
So, without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into tonight's topic. So we are discussing the power of year nine. You guys know it's what? Less than a month into the year ends. I can't believe it. We are literally approaching 2026. And as I look back at 2025, there were so many lessons that were learned, so many blessings that were attained, and I'm so thankful for everything that happened because everything that happened to me I learned from. And instead of me saying, why is this happening to me? I had to ask myself, what is it teaching me? And so I learned a tremendous amount of lessons 2025, and I'm eager to see what 2026 holds. So that's why we wanted to bring this topic to you guys tonight, because we want you guys to overstand, and understand the significance behind year 2025 rather, excuse me, and why you guys may feel like a lot of things are ending. I'm sorry, I have this stage blowing in my face, so it's making me cough. I want you guys to understand the significance of 2025 and why you guys may feel like a lot of things are ending, and why you guys may feel like things are just coming to a halt. This is all divinely orchestrated. Hi, Soraya! My boo is on. My favorite Gemini is on. So, this is why we're going to talk about the power of year nine tonight. So, welcome back, guys. Sit back, relax, get your snack. Like I always say, 40 minutes of perfect conversations is like 4 years of college. If you're going to chill with us, you might as well build with us. Okay?
Okay.
So, year 9 is the year that we are collectively in, and baby, life has been feeling like a season finale. Okay? A season finale. I'm ready to just wrap this ish up. So you're not crazy if you feel this way too. You are aligned. You are aligned and you are waiting for the next cycle. You're basically entering into your next cycle because we're towards the end of the year. So a lot of you guys have already prepared for 2026. You're already writing down what things you want to accomplish for year 2026. You don't wait until that ball drops to say, I want this, that, and the third. You're already acting in that energy. You're already operating in that energy. You're living in that energy. And this is what you guys need to do on a daily basis. Don't wait for the clock to strike 12 to say, I'm going to give up alcohol. Don't wait for the clock to strike up to say, I'm going to leave so-and-so alone. Do it now. Already be in that energy so that once 2026 hits, you don't have to get ready because you're already ready. You feel me? All right. 9. The year 9 is the year of endings, the number of endings, excuse me. And it's not little endings. It's not I'll circle back later endings. I'm talking divinely orchestrated soul contract expiring and doors shutting with a click endings. Things are endings. Things that cannot follow you into 2026 are ending now. They are being eradicated out of your life so that you don't have to worry about them moving forward. Excuse me. So in year 9, anything that cannot go with you will fall off. You guys will feel like a lot of friendships are ending. You will feel like a lot of relationships are expiring because they could not go with you into year 2026. Jobs that drain you, jobs that drain your spirit, I should say, will loosen their grip. Patterns you swore you'd heal that resurface for the final round, those are going to come to a head too. Everything that cannot go with you into the new year is going to stop. It's going to stop. It stops here. The book stops here. And that version of you that you settled for, oh, he or she is getting evicted. He or she is gone. That person is dead and gone, as the song says. So again, I want you guys to already be in the energy of the version of yourself that you want to embody entering into 2026. What are some traits that you want to embody in 2026? I'll start first. I want to be more intentional about being patient with myself, because when you're patient with yourself internally, that's going to exude externally. So I want to be more intentional about being more patient with myself, not feeling like I have to rush to get stuff done, not feeling like I have to overwork myself, not feeling like I'm always on a time clock. And I think that comes from me working in corporate, having to get my work done by a certain time, having to clock in by a certain time, having to clock out by a certain time, only getting an hour lunch break, this, that, and the third. So I'm trying to rewire my brain to not make myself always feel like I have to meet a deadline. Now, that does not mean I'm not going to get my stuff done in a timely manner. It just means I'm not putting so much fire underneath my ass. So that is the one thing that I am consciously embodying and practicing now in 2025, giving myself patience, practicing patience. So what's one thing, B, that you have already started incorporating in 2025 that you are going to take with you into 2026?
For me, that has been when working with on projects, to understand that taking them bit by bit is still making movement. As spiritual as I am, as insightful as I am, I'm still human. And I want things to happen quickly. I want things to happen like almost instantly, right? I want to get the thing done now, right? because I've been tired of waiting. If you know, you know, right? Okay. But it has been the last, and I will say within the last few months, I have started to understand um, by taking things bit by bit, I'm still getting the whole complete puzzle done. And it also reminds me of something that I've recognized about myself. So there have been times when I was trying to explain things to people, and this is outside of this space. Let me put it that way. And it, to me, in my head, I know what I wanted to say, but it wouldn't come out the way I wanted it to come out. And then I realized it was because the way that I think is, I will ask a off the wall question, or I'll make an off the wall statement because I'm looking at the whole picture that everybody else can't see. So they don't understand why I'm asking the question or why I'm making the statement. And so to the outside realm, they're like, okay, this man is weird. This guy's weird. No, it's because I'm asking you about a puzzle piece to the whole picture that you can't see. And on this side, it's like you have to also understand that you have to take the puzzle piece that you've been given with or that you've been tasked to deal with and deal with that puzzle piece and stop trying to deal with the whole picture. Because once you have mastered and have dealt with that puzzle piece, when it's time to be placed, it will fit into the bigger whole, right? And off topic, but not quite. That's how we do in spirituality. When we have been awakened to a gift, we're just like, oh my gosh, I have this gift. What else can I do? No, master that one gift. Master that one gift and see where it takes you. See what other roads it takes you. Because understanding it, it's so much things, especially when you work with your ancestors. Let me also throw that in there. When you work with your ancestors are going to show you some things about your family that only your family can do. They're going to help enlighten the gifts. But first, you have to complete the first step. When you are a baby, you don't come out walking.
Right.
First, you come out where you have to be carried for a while. Then you get to the point where you have to learn how to stand on your own. And also during that process, you realize that you have to crawl a little bit. And that's what gets you from place to place. After you have crawled and strengthened up your legs, after you have learned how to stand, then you begin to walk. And that's important because, as you stated, nine is the number of endings, right? Right before you get to your new beginnings. And just think about the whole process. When a baby is born, it takes approximately, and I'm going to say approximately because some come early and some come late, approximately 9 months for the child to be ready to dive into the world. And even when the child is born early, the doctors watch it for the same amount of period, sometimes more, right? And sometimes less, depending on the child's development, to make sure that that child is functioning the way that the child is supposed to at 9 months. So I think
Right.
it's very significant of a birthing process. One chapter ends as the other begins, and you continue the cycle.
I love that. And I like the example, going back to what you said earlier in your response, just to build off of that. I like what you said about choosing something and just honing in on it because I think as spiritual
Mhm.
beings having a human experience, when we're awakened to our gifts, we just want to practice everything. We want to be clairvoyant, clairaudient, all the clairs.
Okay,
And
listen.
it's important for us to focus and hone on one thing at a time and pace ourselves, because you can get overwhelmed. That rabbit hole runs deep.
Yes,
I'm
it
telling you,
does.
if you know, you can jump in that rabbit hole and you literally like suffocate, you'll drown because it's so deep. So I think I'm going to add that to my list as well. Thank you for touching on that. I'm going to be more intentional about being selective about what gifts I choose to honor and obey and excel in, because I tend to multitask. When I know that I'm good in something, or at something rather, I multitask, and I'm doing that as well as doing this, as well as something over here that I put on the back burner for next year. So I am myself and know that I can get everything in a timely manner. I'm breathing, I have time to get it done. Thank you for touching on that, because that was just a reminder for me to add that to my list, to hone in on my gifts and not try to do everything at one time. So thank you for mentioning that.
And I was going to say, and that goes with your patience too, though, because that means because it gives you, because it forces you to be patient with the space that you're in.
It does force you to be patient, and patience can be tied to so many things. Patience is an umbrella that is linked to so many different things. I mean, you quite literally need patience with everything, with children, with your job, with your gifts, spirituality. You need patience, friendships, relationships. So patience is a virtue, as they say. So,
yes.
Thank you for that response. And if you guys have some things that you want to embody in year 2026 that you have already doing in 2025, drop it in the comments. All right, let's keep it going. Oh yes, and anything that did not go with you will fall off. It will fall by the wayside, honey, because Spirit said it can't go with you if it can't grow with you. So it's going to fall, literally like a leaf from a tree. So this year is asking for us all to release with love, even if it hurts. And I know a lot of us are in the energy of, okay, well, I know this can't go with me, but it may hurt me more to eat than it does for hold on to me. But hear me, hear me, hear me, hear me. Everyone within the sound of my voice, it is better to release something than it is to hold it captive, okay? Because what's for you is for you. You will not have to hold on to it. You will not have to put a chain around its neck. You will not have to staple it next to you. It will be yours. And this year and the coming years to begin, all right? Never feel like you have to physically hold on to something. So even if it hurts, release it, because the next cycle begins, all right? And you cannot walk into a new beginning holding on to old baggage. You cannot enter into a new beginning holding on to old baggage. So 9 is also the number of wisdom, in case you guys didn't know. It's the number of wisdom, the number that teaches you when you know better, you do better. Okay, and a lot of us know better, and we are better. I'll give you guys a round of applause. A lot of you guys have changed a lot of things that you have mentioned to me in my DMs, as well as dropping your experiences in the comments of things that you guys are shedding. Old family trauma, toxicity. You guys are shedding these things because they cannot go with you into 2026. All right. This is where you look at your journey and say, damn, everything really had a purpose. Everyone really had a purpose. Everything served its purpose. And unless it's growing with me, it cannot go with me. So if you've been feeling emotional, reflective, or like you're letting go of things that you thought you would always hold on to, or even things that you thought were permanent, congratulations. You're passing the spiritual inspection, and Spirit is just checking a number of things office list. Your soul is making room for what is promised in the next chapter, 2026. And you don't know what
Baby.
lies in 2026. If you're taking an old relationship into 2026, what if Spirit has a new relationship, a better relationship, a more secure relationship, a healthier relationship for you in 2026? You won't know that if you're still clinging on to what you won't let go of in 2025. That's why I say you guys need to be in the energy of rectifying things now, so that you don't wait to rectify it in 2026. Do it now.
You know what?
Change the whole trajectory of your life now. Yes.
So as you was talking, of course, Spirit was over here just dropping some stuff in me. And I heard that nine is, you have to think of nine as the number of breakthrough before you get to the big. And what I was saying is, think about the nine of pentacles. The nine of pentacles in tarot, they say, like in the traditional deck, they represent, it represents like it's a person standing inside of a treasure chest, right? And it's like, I have everything that I want. It's the lucky card. It's that oh my gosh, I've won the lottery card. And it's like, you get your winnings, but then when you look at the 10 of pentacles, it expands it, because it shows you that once you have embraced the energy of the nine, that 10 of pentacles shows you that not only are you rich, right, but you have family endeavors that it has increased. You have opportunities that has increased. You have investors. You know, it's representing of the family and the money, and it's like everything after that nine expands. You have an expansion, so that nine is the breakthrough for what's to come. So what is it that you have been expecting in your life? You have to, as Ashley stated, you have to go ahead and already start celebrating your breakthrough. So what have you been waiting for? Go ahead and start selling. Baby, I'm getting ready. If you plan on getting married next year, even if you don't even have the ring yet, even if you don't even have the person yet, go ahead and start designing your wedding dress. Go ahead and start picking out the venue. Go ahead and start picking out the colors. Why? Because when you have that breakthrough, you have this expectancy that it's going to happen. Again, who else have expectancy and is close to the nine? A pregnant mother. She is preparing to birth that child. What did Ashley say earlier? You don't want to wait till you get to the new year to then start prepping for it. No, you prep for it in the beginning. You prep for it to come. Earlier this year, I used my feng shui deck. And one of the things that came out with feng shui says that if whatever you want to draw into you, you have to go ahead and prepare the space. And they said, if you're wanting a relationship, to go ahead and place the his and her sections in the home, or the his and his, the her and her, however, right? If you go ahead and prepare the space, then Spirit is like, okay, now I must fulfill the space, because this person is now has now activated their faith and their expectancy. They're now breaking through their right now norm, and is preparing for what's to come. So now I must deliver. Now I must deliver.
I love that. And that made me think of manifesting, because when you manifest, you have to already be in that energy of
Exactly.
waiting to expect something. That's the whole gist of manifesting. It's part delusional, but it's also part I know it's gonna happen. So it's not so much delusion
Absolutely.
as it is just being so sure that something's going to really follow through and happen for you. But that's all manifestation is. It's acting as if it's already happened. And y'all have to remember, everything is energy, and your words have power. That's why you will never hear me say I'm VROKE. You will never hear me say that. No, my money's just fluctuating. You'll never hear me say, oh, I'm SICK. I'm a little under the weather, but I'm going to be back up next week. I'm going to be good next week.
Okay.
Words have power. Words
Listen.
are powerful. And literally reality. Bessie, I know you can attest to this, honey.
I can.
I know you can attest to this.
I can.
Words have power. And I did not realize that until I spoke something literally into existence. And a week later, it came into flourishing. I was like, damn. I didn't even know I was that powerful. That's how I knew my words were that powerful, because my frequency is that powerful. So as Bessie just said, if you guys are calling things into your life or expecting things into 2026 to come into fruition, go ahead and be in that energy now. A good way for you guys to do that would be to start a vision board. I have a vision board. I actually took it off my wall because a lot of the things that I had on there were starting to come true. So I was like, well, shit, I mean, I use this board no more. But I may put it back up and just start adding things to it slowly but surely. But I had a vision board on my wall for a good 2-3 years. And I could see, like, consecutively, like, things just started happening little by little. And if you guys are able to get, like, a blank check, find a blank check, write an amount out, put it on your vision board, and every day you wake up, say, I'm going to have that amount of money in my account. I'm going to have that amount of money in my hand. I'm going to have that amount of money in my wallet. And I guarantee eventually you will. Eventually you will. In laws of power. So, yeah, guys, if you've been feeling emotional or reflective or like you're letting go of things that you thought were permanent, congratulations. You are passing the spiritual inspection. Your soul is making room for what's promised in the next year. So use this year to forgive what drained you, release what confused you, detach from what no longer serves, and honor everything that taught you. Let's say it again. Forgive what drained you. Release what confused you. Detach from what no longer serves you, and honor everything taught you. You're not losing. You're completing. You're graduating. Spiritually. All right, just like how you were in school at one point and you went to the next grade. Now you are graduating spiritually. Remember, guys, Earth is just a school, just like K through 12 in college, grad school. This is what Earth is. You're learning. You're learning how to survive on this plane, on Atlantis, Mother Gaia. So you have to learn the levels to this ish, the tools that you need to get to that next level. And you learn this by being spiritually inclined and spiritually tapped in. And how do you learn that? By meditating, by spending time with yourself, by getting a birth chart reading. Yeah, I had to plug my services right in there too, because you have to know where you are or where you were, came from, to know where you're going. If you don't know who you are, how do you know where you're going? If you don't know your strengths, how do you know what you're good at? If you don't know your weaknesses, how do you know what you need to improve on? This is why knowing thyself is so important. It's so important to know. So guys, please take some time for yourself, earn yourself, honor yourself. And I guarantee you, you will love yourself more in the end when you know yourself. All right? So keep driving forward, keep clearing space, keep trusting the process. I cannot wait to do our 2026 live, where we talk about the New Year's, New Year's Eve rituals that we do. Y'all know we do that every single year, where we go through all of our New Year's Eve rituals, the week what year, foods that we cook, spells, things of the like. So I cannot wait for that episode. Of course, that will come a week before the new year hits. I do believe we have about 2 weeks until that time comes. But
also,
yeah, the universe is just go ahead.
Also, as you was talking, and it's gonna be I promise you it's on topic, y'all. So I was doing something earlier, and Spirit reminded me I don't know why I'm supposed to be talking about this right now. Just go with me. Just hang in there with me, y'all. And Spirit reminded me that for those who don't know, we have been doing this for 2 years. And I think, and I said that because the other day I think I said, what, we're coming up on our year anniversary, y'all. We have reached 2 years. We're going to our third year. And what just sparked the memory, because I was gonna say it and I forgot about saying it. But what sparked it was that as you was just talking, I kept seeing this vision, which is why I had my eyes closed. I kept seeing this vision of a tree in full bloom with fire around it. So one of the things that I thought about is the story of making sure, yeah, the story of Moses whenever he was getting ready to go on his full task. And one of the things that caught his eye was a burning bush, but the fire wasn't consuming the bush, and the fire wasn't consuming this tree. So the and so I don't know who this is for. I'm telling y'all, it's just I'm being feel led to say this right now. So for a lot of you who feel like you things around you is consuming you, you're feeling fiery around you. I will say that the ninth zodiac sign is in Sagittarius, and we just talked about Sagittarius last week. That is fire energy. If you're feeling a lot of heat around you, just understand that it is not consuming you. It is consuming the things around you, burning off things around you, preparing you to walk on divine purpose and divine grounding. Because also, if we must think about it, the ninth month is in September, which holds both Virgo and Libra energies.
Mhm.
So you're going to be balanced and grounded as well. And I think it's important to understand all of these intricacies as you move forward. We have to pay attention to all the, as we say, all the synchronicities in order for those energies to work. And spirit right now doesn't want you to miss anything. I'm hearing the words right now. Pay close attention to detail, to the details. Um, as you, as Ashley just stated as well, like I think it was when you were talking about the vision board, maybe it's a little afterwards. Be specific. Don't be vague and broad.
Mhm.
You have to write it down. You have to write it down, list it out, read the list, see if it's detailed enough. If it's not detailed enough, go back and revise until it is.
That's right. Be as detailed as possible because you'll have to remember when you say speak things to the universe, they I'm saying they the universe, God, whoever you guys, believe in and who you worship, they will in turn bring exactly what you speak out of your mouth to you. So if you say you want a man, guess what? You weren't specific, so you're gonna get every Tom, Dick, and Harry because you weren't specific. Because the universe speaks in specifics. No, speaks in what's the word I'm looking for? Speaks in
I was about to say accuracies. Right.
Virgo, help us out. You gotta be specific, okay?
Right.
Because whatever you speak, that's exactly what you're gonna get. So, say you want a man. All right, I want a man that is God fearing. I want a man who loves his children, who respects his mom, who's sexually responsible, emotionally intelligent, who's great with his hands. Be specific as possible, guys, because that's exactly what you will get in return. But you have to be specific. All right. So that was all I had for the conversation part of tonight's podcast. But now it is time for B, if he would like to tap into the general energy of the powerful year 9. And just remember, guys, just remember, if you would like a personal reading, please check the pinned comment that B is going to put in our comment section. His Cash App is there. And 1111 will be the price because time is energy and you are getting the guidance of a seasoned seer, okay? An intuitive, someone who's been doing this for years, many, many years, okay? So B will put his Cash App as he just did so quickly, and I'm going to go ahead and pin it. And if you guys would like a personal, detailed reading, he will give you that as soon as we receive the Cash App. So the floor is yours, my love. If you would like to do the reading for the general collective.
I will. I feel like I'm just like I was asking Spirit earlier, how will the cards be necessary? Because you're giving me the downloads now.
Okay, but you might not even
It's like, and did, yes, exactly.
As advanced as you are, I was gonna say just go ahead and just freestyle it, but
Yeah. But Spirit did highlight my deck, my guidance deck of all the decks. So I will say this: the first card that came out is the Ten of Swords, and what I'm hearing now is stop thinking too much. You no longer have to do that. You no longer have to overthink about anything. Um, Again, remember that 9 comes before the 10. That 9 comes before the 10. With the 9 of Swords, usually that represents headache and pain. Oh God, really? So apparently we're gonna talk about the birthing process yet again. Because what I just heard was birthing pains. Birthing pains. So whoever's having these strange headaches and stuff, you're having a birthing pain, like you're birthing something. And I've been talking to several people that's talked about them having random headaches. Um, so those headaches aren't just happening for no reason. They're happening to prepare something. For some of you, you're having an awakening in your mental space. You're having an awakening in your third eye space. You're having an awakening of something that's going to be birthed as a result of a thought. So be prepared for that. I think that was, yeah. Let me see. Hold on, let me. Thank you, Ashley. Healthcare commercial departments.
Hi, Amanda.
All right. So the next is the Sun card. Is that not what we all want? For things to be highlighted, for things to be in full bloom, for us to get out of the darkness and experience the light of the world. That is what I'm getting out of this Sun card. And I said full bloom because in this deck it's represented as a rose with the sun in it. So you're coming out of this space of overthinking and you're walking into something I don't know if you all know. I keep hearing different songs. So Ashley stated something earlier, like right before she passed it on to me. And I heard India Ari. Oh, when you was talking about being specific about the type of man that you want, and then I heard cause he is the truth, and I love the way that he makes me feel. And if I am a reflection of him, then I must be fly. And I don't know the rest of the words. I'm not gonna butcher it, but I heard that line right. So for some of you, you're looking for your soulmate, but you have to make sure that when you put that out there to the universe, that you say that I am a reflection of him. So you have to show what sides of yourself do you want and turn that into the opposite side of you. So if you're masculine, what is that feminine woman that you want that can match that? And if you're feminine, what is that masculine energy that you want to match your energy, right? So it can have that balance. But for now, the song came out. It's like Leela James, and it's like I'm trying to think of the name of the song, but it goes dun 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 dun, and it goes me and it says sweet joy, cause you give me sweet joy, and that's what I'm hearing right now. And so it's like you're leaving this space of this negative energy, and it's because you're calling in joy, this sweet joy, this joy that's like it's like soulful. That's what I'm getting out of it because both of the songs are soulful. And when you get into a place of soul joy, that's that unexplained joy. Remember what I said earlier. If you are feeling like everything around you is burned, is being consumed with fire, but you're realizing that you're not being burned. Everything else around you is being burned around you. Think about what's even happening if you're in America right now. Just think about everything that's happening in America, but think about your particular situation. Have you been affected? And then you ask yourself, have you really been affected? Are you still doing things as normal, or what have you changed? And the things that you have changed or had to have changed, was it something that you needed to change anyway? Like I said, Spirit wants you to look very closely to the detail. Look very closely to the detail. One of the things about me, I currently do not have a car. I just want to throw that out there. I currently do not have a car, but I have been working on for a while my weight. I lose the car, I start walking, I'm losing the weight. Catch my drift? So it was necessary for the car to be taken away. And so you have to change your perspective on your situation. So look at the details. What was taken away? What have you had to replace? And look at how joyful your life has become with it gone. Was it really necessary in your life in the first place? And remember the power of nine, we're talking about new beginnings. I don't know what all these goals are about because now we have the Six of Pentacles here. You kill out one thing and you reap something else. I'm also hearing what you thought was dead, with that dream that you thought was dead, coming back to life. Because the Six of Pentacles is that planting into the soil and expecting something to come of it. I'm being led to show y'all because that's what I said. It's something about these skulls. So when you look at the skulls, a lot of people think that skulls represent, I mean, in a way, it does represent death, but it also represents, I'm thinking from the Mexican practice of Dia de los Muertos, right? Where they use the skull to represent their ancestors, which means the ancestors are still alive and well, right? So when you have had something, yeah, when you have something to weigh on your brain, and weigh on your mind, and then you get to the end of it, you find peace, right? Remember, this is the Ten of Swords. You find peace, only to be resurrected and look at what's around this skull's stars. Now, how can a skull be so enlightened with stars? What I'm getting is that so many people try to do things to bury you. What they did not understand was that it was their divine purpose to bury you so that in your resurrection, you will be the star. Because remember, this came out between the two, the sun, everything that you want. And what I said, that sweet joy, that soulful joy. People can kill out things around you. They can kill the body, but they can't destroy the soul. Right? Your soul is what brings you life. Think about how many, and I don't know if you really noticed it, but this is something that my mother and I talk about all the time. Thank you. Ha! I honor you. I honor you. I honor you. When think about if you've ever seen an older patient, somebody that's in the nursing home that they have deemed uh, not capable of thinking, or having Alzheimer's or having dementia, but play some music and they come back. They sing those lyrics. They may not remember anything else, but they're going to sing those lyrics. And it's because that music touches that place in the soul that doesn't die. And so when you're coming back, when you're in the Six of Pentacles energy, you're returning with assets. You're returning the star because they didn't believe, they didn't understand your purpose. So one of the things that my co-star, if you use that, right, kept telling me, and I never understood, it kept telling me that I needed to understand endings and beginnings. I needed to continue to understand endings and beginnings, endings and beginnings. And I said, frankly, I'm tired of the endings because it felt just like so many things were ending in my life during that period. That was at the start. In hindsight now, I'm understanding that when certain things die, when you have an ending, that means you're no longer going to be in that energy. That means you have to learn something new. That means you're going to start having new experiences. That means the lenses that was on your eyes has now come off. I think Ashley is frequently talking about the veil falling off of your eyes. That is the veil falling off. That is the water breaking. Since we've been talking about the birthing process here, that is the water breaking. Things have to break in order for other things to arrive, right? Breaking the soil to come back. Bring me to life, Evanescence. Let's see. Four Pentacles. So now we're starting to get the Pentacles. But what I'm hearing is that you no longer have to look back. You no longer, you see how this card is looking back? And I really heard no longer have to look back. You no longer have to look back at what was lost. When you keep moving forward, all those things that you lost, you're just like, oh, I got something even better. But what did Ashley say? You have to let go of the past in order to move forward. You can't be holding on to the $300 that you lost when you got $3 million sitting in front of you. Baby, what? You can keep my chump change when I was in that energy. Now that I know who you are, because I was in that energy and you stole from me in that energy, baby, you can keep that energy. I got new energy over here. I got prosperity over here. I got riches and peace over here. I may not have to be flashy to let you know what's happening in my home, but just know that I am blessed everywhere I go. Pentacles follow me everywhere my foot shall tread.
That's right.
Miracle signs and wonders shall happen outside of me. And remember what I said about miracles. Come on. If you don't know what a miracle is something, it's a reaction word. It is a twinkle in the eye. What causes twinkles in the eye? Mm-hmm. She said cataracts. No, Ashley. But blessings happen. Those manifestations that happen, right? You don't even have to worry about greedy folks because you've already dealt with them enough that you can look at them and smell the greed coming before they even hit their door.
Right.
Look at my insight happening. I was like, oh, I dropped the card. I kept shuffling, then the card fell out. Yes, the Chariot. Not only are you able to master what is coming, it's going to come quickly. It's going to come quickly. And when it comes, it's going to be based off of, I'm hearing it's going to be based off of your faith. It's going to be based off of what you believe. If you believe that your blessings is going to take 6 months to a year, baby, your blessings is going to come 6 months to a year. If you believe, oh, December 31st at 11:59 p.m., that thing is going to ring right on in with the new year with me, then so be it. So let it be. So let it be. If you already pregnant and you like, listen, I want that baby to come on out. That baby's got to come on out. So the ironic thing about it, remember I said a few minutes ago I was a preemie. So for those to paint the picture, I was supposed to have been born a Leo. I was supposed to have been born the second week of August. I almost came out on May 3rd, which is my aunt's birthday. I almost came out on June the 19th, which is my sister's birthday. But I did come out on June the 29th, 10 days later. I was ready to come out. So I guess in I was almost a Taurus. I was almost a Taurus. I was almost a Gemini. I came out of Cancer, but I was supposed to have been a Leo. Put it right. And the thing about it is, um, when my mom was carrying me, she told me, well, the doctor said, "Oh no, the baby's too early. He's not supposed to come out, so we're gonna hold him." Then when it got to my sister's birthday, they said it same thing again. And my mom said to me, she remembered rubbing her stomach and said, "You know what? You don't have to listen to them doctors. You come out whenever you're ready." And I did. I did. And it's important to understand that that is how your blessings come. You tell your blessings, you don't have to wait this long amount of period. You come when you're ready. But remember, you also have to create the space for it to come. You don't want to tell your child to come 2 days before if the crib doesn't arrive until the third day. What you gonna put the baby in, right? Go ahead and prepare the space. I'm telling you, I'm hearing it. Go ahead and prepare the space. And I want you. I'm gonna show this last card. Well, there's one more card, but I got to show y'all something. I have to show y'all something because I want y'all to see how I'm seeing it. So when I show y'all this next card, y'all be like, "Ooh." So this is what we have already. We have the Ten of Swords. Stop overthinking. We have the Sun card. Getting everything that you want. It's in full bloom because you've been planted. You're getting everything that was planted. You're getting a reaping of it. Even when the people buried you, you're reaping more. You're reaping more when you were planted than when you weren't planted. That's I hope that's what y'all got earlier, but that's the summary. And then of course you have your Four of Pentacles, and the message is stop looking back. But the main focus is stop looking back because your fortunes are coming and you have the autonomy to steer it how you want to. Like I said, tell your blessings to come when they're ready, but you also must be ready. And that's important because for some of you, this next card is very imperative to everything that you want. When you're building, you can build anything that you want, but you must have help. You can't do it alone. You can't build that empire alone. You can't build that kingdom alone. You can't do this business alone. Like, I mean, granted, you can do the like an aspect of the business, but when you're talking about a major business, like I said, that empire, you can't do that alone. Even Ashley and I on this platform spoke. We were like, let's bring our gifts together for the people. We both have the same intentions when it comes to healing folks. Why not join forces and become the superheroes that we are today? Right? And so it's important because you got to have that duality. When you understand your purpose and your and Ash, Ashley, other Ashley, girl, I'm really being you're really I'm really pulling on, I'm really picking up, not pulling. I'm really picking up your energy right now, girl. So we got to talk soon because, okay. So now I'm going to stop holding this card because I wasn't really surprised that it came out. For some of you, I think it is going to surprise you though. But we have the Lover's card here.
That's my favorite card.
So when
That's
you
my
have
favorite card.
when you have all of these things working towards you and in spirit saying stop looking back, you have to start looking back because what's to come is someone that's going to help you. And I just heard, and as I was just talking, the words, there's going to be a person to help stabilize you. And oftentimes you may not think of this person in this way at first, but then they become the love of your life. I have so many people that see, so it's confirmation for you, Ash. So many people, even in my family, that have, so let me tell you this story. So I had a great uncle, grew up with him, grew up with my great aunt. My great aunt passes away. My great uncle gets remarried at the age of 80 to his high school sweetheart. My great uncle had just turned 101 last year. He just passed away this past Sunday. Thank you. And I'm sharing that because it doesn't matter what happened in the past. When you're meant to build, that person is going to come to you, or in some cases come back to you, because there's something that has to be built. And sometimes things that are being built has to be built in love and with love. Love is the strongest power that there is. Even if you want to look at it from the traditional biblical aspect, love is that ultimate thing. And it says, even John 3:16, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, right? And thank you all. Thank you. I really do receive that. I really do. Um, but it's like that love is that strongest thing. When I was talking about the ancestors earlier, your ancestors love you so much that they pour into you from the other side. Do you realize how powerful that is for somebody to say, baby, ooh, I don't gotta worry. They all they can say is, baby, I ain't gotta worry about that herb stuff no more. Ooh, child, it was rough on that side. Oh, I'm just gonna sit here and rest. But no, they're standing around saying, oh, okay, we got my loved one. They still on that side. Hold on. It's funny, but I really do imagine them saying, "Come on, let's hold hands," and then they get in that Care Bear stance, right? And they come out with the chest. We're gonna send you our love from the other side. We're going to empower you from the other side because we know the mission that you have. We know the things that you have to deal with that are going to come, and we want to make sure that you get everything that you want. There's people that your ancestors ran away from you. It wasn't all the time spirit. Sometimes spirit's like, you know what, y'all know how to handle it. And them ancestors will come right on in. You don't know what them ancestors did to them people. How many times have y'all heard me? If you're someone, if you watch the show, my ancestors and God don't play about me. That's a true story. Okay, your ancestors will literally run. That ain't not for my person, not for my grandchild, not for my great niece or nephew. Good. Did you see that thing trying to come from my grandchild? Yes, they will still use that. Did you see that thing? No.
Yeah.
And so now that you're in this energy of replenishment and coming into your own, you now have a solid foundation. You have all the keys and the tools that you need to build. That's one more card. Ooh. Baby, Spirit is up to something for real. Because when you meet this person, now mind you, I just talked about the lovers. What did I say earlier about the Nine of Pentacles? Because that's the card that came out, the last card. You're lucky. And that's just the breakthrough. That's just the breakthrough. That's getting you prepared for your Ten of Pentacles, baby.
Okay.
So listen, you're getting rid of the headaches. You're starting to overthink. You're starting to understand the blessings that are coming your way with the Sun card here. Then you are being rebirthed, looking better than you did before. What was lost was actually your gain. But Spirit wants to make sure that you stop looking back so that you can look forward. And not only do you look forward, you move forward with this Chariot. I have to reiterate this. And as you're moving forward with this Chariot, you find the love of your life. You find that person that's going to hold you and keep you cold at night, because that's just the breakthrough for what's to come. And I want y'all to understand, remember I said breakthrough. I forgot that the Nine of Pentacles on this deck is an elephant. Elephants are known for breaking through stuff. If you look at every movie, every old movie that with an elephant, they, when it's time for the elephant to be activated, they are breaking through stuff. Shout out to Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Them ladies use the elephant to do things, and baby, those ladies push through. You hear me? They use that energy to push through, and that is the foundation for which their sisterhood is founded upon. That's why when you look up those ladies, they stomp the ground, they're shaking the earth, they are moving because they are breaking things, and it's getting prepared for a smooth ride later. So, and granted, when they buried you, they didn't understand that once you break ground, that you were going to be better than when you went in the ground, right? Basically, it's like, girl, when they buried me, I had knotty hair. I didn't wear makeup. I wore plaids and jeans. And when I came back up, it was almost like poison ivy. Baby, my hair was done and did. I started wearing the nicest of things because I knew how to take care of myself. I got all the moisture on my skin. I no longer have acne anymore. I glowed up when I was down there, and I caught my person.
That's right.
I caught my person. And then you're going to tell me that that's just the beginning? Someone please play Mary J. Blige Breakthrough. It's a breakthrough. It's a breakthrough. I'm telling you, this message is right on point. It's right on time. And we're in Sagittarius season. The ninth zodiac sign.
It feels like a personal reading. Yes, we are still in Sagittarius season, but it feels like a personal reading. Like I know you said that it's hitting certain people on the live, but it feels like it's hitting me right now. I ain't even gonna hold you. It feels like a personal reading. All of those cards hit different. I'm so serious. And now while you're saying that people buried you, they didn't know you were a seed, baby, okay?
Exactly.
They didn't know that they buried a seed and you grew roots. And you know what they say? Heal the root, the whole tree is stable. You grew roots, baby.
Right.
So I love that.
And it's not only that they buried a seed, they buried you in your purpose. That's the part that they don't understand. The whole purpose of the seed is to be buried.
It's to be buried.
You don't get the fruit from keeping the seed above ground. It must go in the ground.
It must be buried. It must be
They
buried.
buried you in
That's
purpose.
Right. I love that. So you may have thought that it was dark and you couldn't see nothing. Everything happened for a purpose. You needed to be dark to shut the whole entire world out so that you can grow, fertilize, okay, and then sprout up into your purpose. So, give me chill bumps. I love that.
I'm telling you.
You needed to be buried.
You needed to be buried.
You needed to be buried. You have to. Everybody's in the dark matter of the soul. You have to go through the dirt to get to the light. You have to. It's no way around it. And people will try to avoid it. They'll try to tippy-toe around it, postpone it. You gotta go through the mud to get to the other side. You have to. It's inevitable. I love that. Felt like a personal reading.
Listen.
That felt like a personal reading, but I ain't even gonna hold you. Like that felt like a personal reading.
Listen. Okay, look. In the good words of one of our classmates from App State, baby, you better catch it. She know who I'm talking about. You better catch it. It's out and it's up and out and ready.
Wait, 6'5" person?
That was one of them.
Okay, yeah.
The other one was red haired. The other one was red haired.
That's gonna take a minute because you know it's a lot of creatures in the app. So that's gonna take a minute. Ash, am I lying? It's a lot of creatures on that mountain, so that may take a minute. Okay. That may take a minute, but wait. Speaking of reading, before we wrap up, this is your last call. Last call for alcohol and stuff. It's your last call. If you want a personal reading, now is your moment to ask B a direct question on live for 11:11. Don't miss your chance. Go ahead and book it now, guys.
And let me.
Cash App is pinned.
And let me know if you've cashed at me because I'm using the phone that has the Cash App, so I won't be able to tell unless you tell me. Yep.
Okay, so drop a cash symbol in the comments if you have Cash App him so that he knows because he's on the device that the Cash App is sent through. So if you have Cash App him, please drop that in the comments. And while you guys are figuring out if you would like to book that or if you're trying to figure out how to book it, we just want to thank you guys who showed up, who interacted, and who showed out. Your participation is greatly appreciated. We love, appreciate, and value you guys. It means the absolute world to us. And just so you guys know, we do this every Tuesday night, same time, same place.
Yes.
Also, in case you didn't know, we do have a Cards and Conversations gear for the entire family. Hoodies, sweats, sweats, hoodies, shirts, for the whole family. The link will be in my bio, but the sweats are coming. That's Spirit saying the sweats are coming.
Right, that's how I said, oh, come on, sweats. Okay. Listen.
You know what? We are in hoodie weather, so it's only appropriate that we have sweats to match the hoodies. So as I'm saying this 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock, Spirit confirmation. So sweats are to come. So that will be linked in my bio. And also moving forward, I found a way to link that for every reel that I do that promotes the topic that we are discussing tonight. So I'll go ahead and link that in every reel moving forward so you guys know how to get to that website directly. All right, guys. Yeah, and again, we just want to thank you guys for being on the live and just, rocking out with us. We love y'all, and we do this for you, and we are so excited to bring in the new year face care routine for myself or B, because it's two of us on the live. You gotta specify.
Okay.
Specify. We are so excited to bring in the new year with you guys. So make sure you guys are online for both. Okay, then you want to go first?
I use a multitude of things. Listen, I have masks. Like I was looking at my face earlier. I do have to cleanse it again, because I use why can't I think of this? The Garnier cleansing waters. It just left me like it's like, oh, okay. And then I also use good night, Soraya. Thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Yep. And I also use clay mask to for a deep cleanse because that pulls out the impurities. Yeah.
I need to start incorporating that because I actually make my own mask. I use Manuka honey, which is quite expensive, so I've cut back on purchasing it frequently. So I just purchase it in like a large quantity, and I mix the Manuka honey with turmeric, and I do a turmeric mask once a month because the turmeric, as you guys know, stains. So when I do it, the entire house is orange. So I do that once a month. Now, as far as just washing my face, I wash it with Glow Melanin. It's an orange bar that you can get off of Amazon or just go directly to glowmelanin.com. I wrap that up with the under eye serum cream that I sleep in at night. But in the morning time, I always do an ice face bath where I dip my face in ice. And it pretty much closes my pores, or I think that opens your pores rather. No, that closes your pores, and I do that before I apply any serum. Why? Because I should probably wash my face with hot water first. But at any rate, I do the ice bath on my face because I feel like that needs to wake me up. That's why I do that first, and then I wash my face. And once I wash my face, I put the serum on, and I'm pretty much good to go. I don't use any moisturizers. I just wash and do a serum and the ice bath, and I'm good for the day. Same thing at night. So you're welcome.
Exactly.
And thank you for asking. We should do a skincare.
Okay. Definitely, because I still have some products here. So
seriously, we should do a skincare segment and plug the products, and maybe we can get like a brand deal or something. You never know. Listen, we did that with No Bread, Kara and I, and we did something with, what was the manufacturer? It was something with Munch Right. And the president actually reached out to us because we did a video with Munch Right, like Dance and Eat a Munch Right. Munch Right is sold in stores. And so he saw our video and reached out to us and sent us a whole box of Munch Right. So you just never know.
Okay. Come on, endorsement. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. And thank you for being on our live. And make sure you tune in every Tuesday. Yes. We do this every Tuesday, same time, 11:11 Eastern Standard Time. And we also will save the line so in case you want to go back and review, take notes. In case you missed something, we'll upload it after we end the live. And that will conclude tonight's episode of Cards and Conversations. You guys keep shining, keep leveling up, and don't let nobody drain your aura, okay?
Okay.
We'll see you guys next week on Cards and Conversations.
Yes.
Hey. Happy Sagittarius season.
Yes, happy Sagittarius season.
All right, y'all. Peace.